This one back up the middle. That hits the second base umpire, Mike Winters. It'll go as a base hit. The crew chief, hopefully he's all right on the old Mitch Kupchak. He's waving it off. But that was a finder.
Said he's all right. This baseball was hit extremely well, too, again by Calhoun.
The phone call home tonight might be at a slightly higher octave.
Fly ball deep center field, Straw back, still back, turning, and it's off the wall. Cabrera scores. IKF will go to third. And
Oh, wow.
the throw hits the umpire, Larry Vanover, and that will allow IKF to score, and Higashioka to move to second, and it's 3-2 Guardians.
Well, that is scary right there. Hopefully Larry's all right.
Looks like it got him on the left side of the face. That's where the other umpires are looking. The athletic trainer from the Indians out there.
Getting up there too. This is 88 coming. Runners are going, and the throw goes to third base, and he is safe. Double steal, but what's the home plate umpire saying? We got an interference indication here, and that'll send the runners back to first and second.
Siriaco, no chance. Now they're going to call a bump. Or what? Not a bump, but what are they calling?
I think perhaps Manny Gonzalez might have called timeout.
AJ's asking him. So he'll go back. Gonzalez says, yeah, I had called time.
And Bobby Valentine can't believe it, but if the umpire calls time, he calls time. Didn't see him call time, however.
I didn't either.
I saw him stand up, but then he went back down to look at the pitch. One way or the other, I don't think Bobby's going to be satisfied with this explanation.
Well, again, if time was called, that's it. That's the end of the discussion. This could be, Mike Leary says, on this shot right here, let's see if the umpire interfered with the throwing motion of AJ. Yep. That's why he called. The umpire's interference.
Put it on the mask. AJ ought to think about that. 'Cause that's not a bad.
This one back up the middle. That hits the second base umpire, Mike Winters. It'll go as a base hit. The crew chief, hopefully he's all right on the old Mitch Kupchak. He's waving it off. But that was a finder.
Said he's all right. This baseball was hit extremely well, too, again by Calhoun.
The phone call home tonight might be at a slightly higher octave.
Did that ball hit the umpire?
I think it did.
They're calling a dead ball. The ball hit Tim Cheetah.
That was a double play ball, too. It was.
Everybody goes back to their bases.
Actually, what it is, everybody credited with a base hit.
Everybody goes one base.
All the people go one base.
That ball was a double play ball, and it hit Tim Cheetah, the crew chief. And so the Phillies get another run. It's 4-0.
Back towards second. Oh, it hit the umpire, and it goes into center field. It is a dead ball.
Yep.
Raul Ibanez scores.
No, they all got to go back.
They all have to go back. I should say, Ibanez goes back.
Right.
Worth scores. And they have to move Ruiz up to second. It's a shame because it would have been a 2-run single, but it also could have been a double play ball.
Yep.
So the Phillies, in essence, get a break.
Because they'll get one. Now, the rule on this, well, watch what happens first. You see where Sheeta is, the umpire, and it hits him, and he says right away, okay, my fault, dead ball, one base. And now if he is behind the base runners and it hits him, the ball is live and in play.
Correct.
But since he's in front of the runners, then it's a dead ball.
So you give it RBI to Valdez.
Right. It hit the mound. That's what got Cheetah, because the thing hit the mound and changed directions in a hurry, and it nailed him.
There goes Siriaco. No chance. Now they're going to call a balk. Or what? Not a balk, but what are they called?
I think perhaps Manny Gonzalez might have called timeout.
AJ's asking him. So he'll go back. Gonzalez says, yeah, I had called time.
And Bobby Valentine can't believe it, but if the umpire calls time, he calls time. Didn't see him call time, however.
I didn't either.
I saw him stand up, but then he went back down to look at the pitch. One way or the other, I don't think Bobby's going to be satisfied with this explanation.
Well, again, if time was called, that's it. That's the end of the discussion. This could be, Mike Leary says, on this shot right here, let's see if the umpire interfered with the throwing motion of AJ. Yep. That's why he called. The umpire's interference.
Put it on the mask. AJ ought to think about that. 'Cause that's not a bad.
Ball in play somewhere.
Swing and a miss. There goes the runner. Torrey puts on the brakes. Now he's going to get caught in a rundown. They're running back toward first base. Torrey trying to make some defensive back moves, and he's finally out.
He must have thought he was Torrey Jr. right there.
Oh, now they're going to give him second base. They're calling interference here? Wow. How about that? Oh, the White Sox apparently botched that one up. Here comes Robin Ventura.
That's Gary Darling right there explaining to Robin Ventura what happened. I think Torrey eluded the tag.
Well, there had to be some kind of interference because they gave him second base. I don't know if he was forced out of the baseline, and that's the call by Gary Darling, but the explanation now is being handed down to Robin Ventura, who's not too happy with it.
And we'll see what happens once Tuiasa Sopo swings and misses. And Torrey thinks he's a dead duck.
Check these moves out. Yeah, now it looks like I think Dunn got in front of Torrey Hunter is what they're going to call maybe. Watch Adam Dunn here.
Torrey ran into Dunn. This is a bad call.
Yeah, you're right.
It's a bad call.
Meanwhile, Ventura.
And that's why Robin Ventura, I don't know if he's been run or not, but he should get run.
Has been tossed out of this game. And so this argument will continue here. I just didn't see anything wrong there, did you?
No, I didn't.
Torrey made a move to the outside and Dunn slid to the outside.
I mean, Torrey even threw his elbow at Dunn.
It's the hand that we're all dealt, and there's a shot into right center field. There's Payton, can't get there. A base hit and a good start for the Yankees. Maybe. Not a good start. Goodbye, Knobloch, one away.
What a play by Jay Payton on the first pitch. Knobloch rarely swings at the first pitch. And now there seems to be a problem I think there is interference called on Todd Zeal, the first baseman. If you do not have the ball, you can't get in the way of the runner. Lee Mazzilli argued about it immediately, and here's Bobby Valentine. Knobloch taking a fruitful chance. A great play by Jay Payton. But Zeal makes him go around him at first base. He didn't come into contact with Knobloch. To me, that's a bad call. If he makes contact with him, that's different. But since he didn't make contact and Zeal making him go around him, I guess that's the first base umpire, Doug Eddings, which was his call. To me, you got to make contact for it to be interference, it seems.
To me, that's looking for a call to make.
Yeah, I mean, watch Knobloch round first. Now, by Zeal standing there, he makes him take a wide turn. But did he make contact? No. Boy, Zeal, that's almost like ESP. It looked like he moved his arm to the right to avoid making contact. But a brilliant play by Payton. But Knobloch, I think the scoring on that is a single, an error on the first baseman, Todd Zeal, but nonetheless a great play by Payton.
Now they're going to get together and at least talk about it, I believe the umpires are. But nobody would have had a better view of that than the first base umpire, Doug Eddings. I mean, who's going to say they had a better view of that? Eddings made the call. And you can get into arguments all day long about that baseline between first and second base.
Sure.
Who's in it, who's out of it, what the proper play is. Bobby Valentine now is going to reenact, and he's going to the footprints to show the path that Knobloch took down to second base, which isn't a bad idea.
I think Valentine will protest this game. I think if you protest, you have a point. And you bring up in the protest that the base runner, Knobloch and Zeal, did not have contact.
I don't know if Valentine knows he's been kicked out of the game.
Well, that's showing up the umpires right there. Once again, one pitch and we're already into it. Knobloch did not make contact with Zeal, but in the umpire's judgment, I guess Doug Eddings is saying that by Zeal placing himself right there, he forced Knobloch to make a wide turn.
If you want to hear how it reads in the rule book, obstruction is the act of the fielder who, while not in possession of the ball and not in the act of fielding the ball, impedes the progress of any runner. Did he impede the progress? I mean, you could take any route to second base. Zeal was well off the bag, and in my estimation, at least out of the baseline.
I think this is a protest right here. I think the protest, usually when the home plate umpire goes down to the dugout, a protest is being lodged, and I don't blame Valentine.
It's a base hit. It is an error, as you said, Tim. On the first baseman, Zeal, it'll be his 8th error, but no error in that category this season.
Lost in this whole thing, Joe, is the play that Jay Payton made in center field. Watch this play. A short hop, a diving desperation dive, a great throw to second base. Knobloch's easily out.
And this is really the other point of the argument. Obstruction is obstruction. Interference is interference. But where Zeal was standing, it certainly didn't make the difference between Knobloch being safe or out at second base. He was out by 20 feet.
That's right.
Because of national television, there are tickets still available by going to Phillies.com. Desmond bobbles the grounder, the chopper by Rollins. And Rollins is aboard to start the top of the 4th. Slowly hit toward the right side. And Hairston will throw out Howard. And I believe Jimmy Rollins was just interfered with by Desmond. Phil Cuzzy calls time, points to third, and Rollins will indeed get the third base bag. Rollins went around the second base bag and got tangled with Desmond because nobody was covering third, so he wanted to try to take third.
Yeah, he was going to round the bag. You're absolutely right. He was getting ready to round that bag there. Desmond, well, right there in his way. Smart play for any base runner to hit a fielder when he's running. You'll automatically get that base, especially if you make it where it's not on purpose. Let's take a look at that. There's the ground ball there. That's it. Gets that in good fashion. No problem on that. Now, this is where it's happening. You see how he goes around there? That's just really an accident.
But he still interfered with Rollins.
Absolutely.
Francisco gets that green light. Swinging 3-0, hits it to short. Desmond has it, thought about home, no chance. Rollins scores. Francisco's retired, and the Phillies take a 1-0 lead.
relaxed, huh?
Yep.
The 1-0. Runner goes. Throw to second base is not in time. Baez has now stolen his 12th base in 12 tries.
Wow. Well, that part of the game has stayed 2 for 2 here. I'm looking at this throw. It was an okay throw. He just got the left hand in. And Volpe had to bring the hand down, but throw was okay.
Baez is walking to first. And slowly, too.
Is he going back? What happened here?
Now he is going back to first. Someone's going to have to explain that to me, and I hope they do it soon. He ran, he was safe, and the count is 2-0. So rub off the stolen base for throw to first base, and Baez back.
Well, someone's going to have to tell me what happened. See, and that is something somebody should tell the fans.
Yes.
We have no idea what happened.
He was saved, and he walked back to first base.
Did somebody call time that we didn't know about?
It could be, something like that.